India has summoned the Iranian deputy ambassador in New Delhi after an Indian seafarer was killed when Iran struck two UAE-owned tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. The move comes as India expresses concern over the safety of its large seafaring community, with thousands of Indian nationals working on merchant vessels across the region. The Indian officials have condemned the attack, which took place on Monday in Omani territorial waters. According to UAE Ministry of Defense, two vessels identified as oil tanker Mombasa and the LNG carrier Al Bahiyah were hit by Iranian cruise missiles while sailing through the southern shipping lane. The Indian seafarer who lost his life was aboard the Mombasa, and the attack also left 8 others injured, including 6 Indians and 2 Ukrainians. All 4 of the injured are reported to be in critical condition. The incident comes amid renewed hostilities between Iran and the United States. With tensions once again rising around the Strait of Hormuz, concerns have grown over the security of one of the world's most critical shipping choke points, through which nearly 1/5 of global seaborne oil trade passes. And to give us more details, our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, joins us live from New Delhi. Siddhant, what we know is, of course, this Iranian deputy ambassador has been summoned. What are the other details that we know about this?
Well, there have been mounting concerns here in India over the killing of Indian sailors, seafarers, since the conflict started on 28th of February. And we know since then, almost 7 to 8 Indian sailors have died in incidences where we know that there have been some kind of missile strike or any other related development. Now, we know that today's something has happened just hours after the UAE confirmed that an Indian sailor has died after strikes by the Iranian side of the coast of Oman. But in the past as well, in fact, last month, we in fact saw how 3 Indian sailors died after the Americans made strikes on a vessel. Of course, the Americans claimed that this was a shadow vessel which was taking energy or transporting oil from Iran. But India summoned the deputy U.S. ambassador twice that week last month. So earlier, the Iranian ambassador was called in as well when there was a firing on a vessel, an Indian-flagged vessel, which was trying to traverse the Hormuz. It, of course, changed the direction after the firing. So there are concerns. India is quite worried. The Indian seafarers play an important role in the global shipping community. And the number of Indian nationals, the Indian seafarers who have died, is the maximum for any nationalities. The Indian External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, has himself pointed out to these concerns. In fact, earlier in the day when he was launching India's bid for the non-permanent membership of the United Nations Security Council for the year 28-29, he specifically mentioned about the impact on the seafarers when it comes to the West Asia crisis. So clearly, for India, the West Asia crisis is a mounting challenge, whether it's the energy concerns, whether it's the diaspora, or whether it's the Indian seafarers. And during this summoning earlier in the day, India, of course, strongly raised the matter with the Iranian side.
All right, Siddhant, of course, we'll come back to you as and when we get more details about this. Of course, it is worried about its seafarers in the region, which has escalation going on for quite some time now. Thank you so much for joining on the broadcast.